Hello, this is the freshman summer problem set number 12, the solutions. These problems are a lot easier than the last video, so I guess we'll do them pretty quickly. But yeah, they're pretty self-explanatory if you paid attention to the video. I don't see why it would be any different than the video. But yeah, this one, just shoelace. Uh, I think Shrihan pretty much did a good job doing shoelace. But yeah, I chose 0, 6 as the first one because it's 0. That's always a rule of thumb. You want to choose the point with the 0 on it first because you have to write it twice, and now you have 2 zeros, right? So yeah, and it makes the math a lot more easier. So what is 20 minus negative? So I'm new plus 18 over 2. That just gives me 19 is the answer. So yeah, pretty self-explanatory. Yeah. Just if you know how to apply the definition, you're chill. All right, next problem. Well, did I skip a problem? No, I didn't. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, what is a rhombus? Well, it's like this. What's the area of a rhombus? Well, it's this times that, right? Call one of them A, call the other B. It's AB over 2. Why? Because picture it as triangles. You have triangles of side length A over 2 times B over 2 times 1/2. Then there's 4 of them, so that just ends up being AB over 2, right? Pretty quick proof. So AB over 2, that's equal to area. And so AB is equal to 160. Now, what is B? Because we know it's negative 4, 0. Or no, sorry. A, we'll turn into A. We have 4, 0, and negative 4, 0, right? That gives A as the difference between the points, which is just 8. So 8B is equal to 160. That just ends up B equals 20. So then that's plus 10 in this direction and minus 10 that direction. So it is 0, negative 10, 0, positive 10. That just means that K is equal to 10. So it's greater than 0. So K is equal to 10. Okay. This one, you can draw it out, but that's kind of annoying. So let's think of it as like a holistic sense, right? Let's think of all the subset of all possible points. Well, for your x coordinate, you know that x has to be strictly less than 5 and strictly greater than negative 5. That means that for integer points, that's negative 4 is less than or equal to x is less than 4, or less than or equal to 4. And applying the same process gives you the inequality negative 3 is less than or equal to y is less than or equal to 3. Now, what does this mean? That means that for how many integer coordinates, it's literally just how many choices do I have. I have any choice from negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, all the way up to positive 4, giving me 9 choices for this, because a nice formula is 4 minus negative 4 and then plus 1, because you're also considering endpoints. That is just 9. Same process here yields 7, so 9 times 7 is just equal to 63. Right. Now, this one, another pretty nice problem. Yeah. So for this one, you kind of just have to think of it out, right? You have a height of 0, height of 1, then it goes up to 4, goes up to 5. Now picture that in your head. If I have a point like this, a point like this, like that, does that make a square? No, it makes some trapezoid, right? So this point over here has to be over here. So moving a couple things around, I'm going to have like the points kind of like this, and this actually does make a square, where this one is some point. I'll just call this 0, 0. I don't know the height yet, so I'm just going to call this 0, 1, something 4, and then something 5. Now, I'm going to draw the square, and hopefully you'll see something. You'll see that we can actually pretty easily find side lengths, because this is at a height of 1. And because it's a square, that means all of these values are 1, right? So yeah, that all makes 1. Now, because that's 1, now we have a height of 4. So this is 4. And that means that now we can find s. What is the side length of the square? More specifically, the area of this square, so that's just s squared. And using the Pythagorean theorem, 1 squared plus 4 squared is s squared. So 1 plus 16 is equal to your answer, which is 17. Okay. Now, last problem. This is the one where I kind of butchered the latex diagram at first, so hopefully you guys will look at it with a new pair of eyes. This is the correct diagram. So yeah, I don't know why I didn't bother double checking it. But yeah. Anyways, So the whole point is you can use like normal geometry concepts, but it's also like this is a concept called chord bashing, where basically you take some hard geometry problem and throw it on a coordinate plane. Why? Because you have shoelace, you have distance formula, you have slopes, you have so many different tools on the coordinate plane that it becomes really trivial. So it's asking for the ratio of dBF over ACE. Well, what's the area of ACE? That's just a right triangle. That's just 12 times 16 over 2, which is just 12 times 8, which is just 96, right? So 96 over the area of the other thing, and I don't know what it is, but I do know that this point, if we call C 0, 0, then this becomes 0, 9, this becomes 4, 0, and what does F become? Well, it's pretty easy to find out that because of similarity, you have the big triangle of side lengths 12, 16, 20. And then you have the small length of, I don't know what the legs are, but I know the hypotenuse is 5. And they're similar because they share an angle here, they share a right angle, and they share that angle. So they're all similar. So now this 5, 20, what do you have to divide 20 by to get to 5? You divide by 4. So 16 over 4 is just 4. 12 over 4 is 3. So that's just a 3, 4, 5 triangle. Now this is 4, this is 3, because this side is longer than this side, right? So that leaves F with something, a point that's a height of 3, and the distance of 4 plus 12 minus 4 was just 12. So now I have the points 0, 9, 4, 0. Actually, no, I'm going to put that in a different way. 12, 3, 4, 0, and then 0, 9. That gives us 12 times 9, which is 108. Then 0, 12, 0, 0, 36. What is 120 minus 36 over 2? Well, that is just 60 minus 18, which is just 42. Okay, now back to this. The ratio is just 42 over 96. We just have to simplify that. I know both of them are divisible by 2. They're also divisible by 3, so therefore they're divisible by 6 as well. So 42 over 6 is just 7. 96 divided by 6 is 16. So the answer is just 7 over 16. So yeah, the problems are a lot easier, I think, than the rate problems. So I try to get them quickly. As long as you paid attention to the video, the problems are pretty trivial. So yeah.